Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. We're here for another episode of the Liver Awareness Show. And this week we're going to be covering dementia and what it's like to either have dementia or to know someone that is living with dementia. We're going to be explaining that and giving you a chance to share some of your experiences with that. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat right now. I'm actually going to put the link in for the Facebook, Twitter, all the Periscope, Twitch, all the other streaming services. There you go. Job done. I thought, why is it not working with Twitch and that? But there you go. So please do hit the like button. Do hit the subscribe button. Do hit the share button. This is the most important show. It's the most important show of the entire week for the channel. So please do that now. I'm just going to quickly... We have got Luca.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, my friend. Just trying to let people know that we're live. You could share it for us. That would be really helpful.
And also everyone could share my channel and get my channel to 900 subscribers.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely do that, especially at the end. We'll make sure we'll shout everyone out. Oh, fuck's sake. What do you mean? That means that I'm live, mate. Jesus Christ.
Arsenal.
Right. If everyone could share it, let everyone know that we are live right now. Right, 100%. It'd be absolutely brilliant. Right, link group. Need one more. Social media growth group. Good. Why is it like that? Jesus.
What's happened?
Just keep pressing on 1-1. Keep pressing on 1-1. So keep sharing it. 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 Quickly. Jesus. Right. So everyone, do hit the like button. Do hit the subscribe button. Hi, talk menu. How are you? Sent you the link as well. I'm gonna quickly go onto Twitter as well, and then we're gonna start looking at basically just the basics of that. So I'm going to be learning this as we go as well, because I'm no expert in this either. So we'll learn as we go. We'll learn as we go. So yeah, it's very important. Please, if you do share the stream, do share it. Subscribe to This Is Lucas Live, but do share the stream. Get people involved. It's very important that they get to know about dementia and what to look out for and what to be aware of, and also just share experiences as well. If there's any causes you want to raise as well, do so, right? Do so. Please do so.
Cheers, Talk Manu. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, Talk Manu.
Yeah. Right. So let's just quickly share this. Share the screen. Oh, just press the mute button, mate. That's why he does that. Dementia is a general term for memory, for loss of memory, language, problem solving, and other thinking abilities that are severe enough to interfere with daily life. Alzheimer's is the most common cause of dementia. So dementia is not a single disease, it's an overall term like heart disease that covers a wide range of specific medical conditions, including Alzheimer's disease disorders grouped under the general term dementia are caused by abnormal brain changes. These changes trigger a decline in thinking skills, also known as cognitive ability, severe enough to impair daily life and independent function. They also affect behavior, feelings, and relationships. Alzheimer's disease accounts for 60 to 8% of cases of vascular dementia, which occurs because of microscopic bleeding and blood vessel blockages in the brain. It's the second most common cause of dementia. Those who experience brain changes of multiple types of dementia simultaneously have a mixed dementia. There are many other conditions that cause symptoms of dementia, including some that are irreversible, such as thyroid problems and vitamin deficiencies. Dementia is often incorrectly referred to as senility, senile dementia, which reflects the formerly widespread but incorrect belief that serious mental decline is a normal part of aging. Signs of dementia that can vary in great examples include problems with short-term memory, keeping track of a purse or wallet, paying bills, planning and preparing meals, remembering appointments, traveling out in the neighborhood. Many conditions are progressive, which means that the signs of dementia start out slowly and gradually get worse. If you or someone you know is experiencing memory difficulties or other changes in thinking skills, don't ignore them. See a doctor. Soon determine the cause. Professional evaluation may detect a treatable condition. And even if some symptoms suggested dementia, early diagnosis allows a person to get the maximum benefit from available treatments and provides an opportunity to volunteer for clinical trials or studies. It also provides time to plan for the future. While most changes in the brain that cause dementia are permanent and worsen over time, thinking and memory problems caused by the following conditions may improve when their condition is treated or addressed, which is depression, medication side effects, excess use of alcohol, thyroid problems, and vitamin deficiencies. And there's just there you go. There's a helpline which is the Alzheimer's Association. So I'm going to quickly put the link in the chat for if people want to. That's the website to go and look it up. Plus, here is the 24-hour helpline. So go and check that out as well. So please do hit the like button, do hit the share button and subscribe button. But make sure you do share the stream to everyone you know. I'm trying to find SFeatleyTV family. I don't know what it's got to. I'm trying to find that link somewhere. There it is. There you go. Found it. Yeah. There you go.
Keep smashing the likes, people. Yeah.
Yeah. Do that right now. Right. Yeah. So that's the brief description on intro into dementia. Learning new things already. I've never known much about that. Thank you for the awareness. Yeah. If you want to know more about liver disease as well, if you go to the playlists on the channel and look at liver awareness show, you will see loads of episodes of different types of liver diseases, and you can learn about like the different types of children's liver diseases as well. Hi, Cardiff City fan. How are you? Just gonna quickly. We got Billy. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thank you. I just want to say big up to you because dementia is a big thing, and my great grandma suffered from dementia, and it was really terrible. So big up to you, and thank you for spreading awareness on it because it's a very terrible disease, and yeah, it's very important that it gets talked about. So thank you for talking about it, Stephen.
No, it's all right. Do you want to share the story of, or do you want to keep that to yourself? It's
No,
up to
it's
you.
just that it was just sad to see the kind of decline of such a happy person and kind of forgetting names, forgetting where things are, not being able to go out in public and stuff like that. Constantly having to ask people what their names are and that kind of thing. And it's a really horrible thing. And yeah, so sadly she passed, but she passed on her 90th birthday and she couldn't believe it. So yeah, it's sad, but it's important that it gets talked about because it is a really terrible disease. I don't know if you know anyone that's had it, but
I can't. I think my mum might know someone, but I don't know someone personally. But you're right. It's one of the biggest sort of killers at the minute, and one that's really sort of, I think, maybe doesn't get the awareness maybe it should do compared to like some of the other big killers like cancer and such. Doesn't mean cancer should get the awareness it should get. But I think like there should be more awareness about dementia and Alzheimer's, especially. I think dementia is like some people might get mixed. This is what you just saw there. People might get mixed up between Alzheimer's and dementia, and it's just like knowing what's the difference as well. That's what I feel. What do you think?
yeah, 100%. And especially because they think that many footballers are also going to get dementia from heading the ball. So I feel like it's also affecting many like more sports people as well. And therefore it's very relevant to obviously this channel, which we speak a lot about football, but also it can affect lots of people within football.
Yeah, that's the big thing at the minute is the big thing about spreading awareness. Just before Cardiff City fan, how are you? Just double check again. You have got permission, haven't you?
Yes.
All right. You sure? Okay. I just need to be very careful. That's all. Yeah, Mike. How are you? What do you want to say, mate?
Basically, everything that you've said and more, really. We need to start raising awareness for it because some people look past it and they really shouldn't, because like Billy said, it does affect football and sport in general, which is, the general census. That's what most people's hobbies are: sport in some way, shape or form. And every single sport that you like, whether it's football, rugby, cricket, snooker, anything like that. It could cause, sort of barriers for people to, barriers that people have to get through. Just need to show people that this is, something really serious, and, make sure that everyone knows about it. Everyone knows, the information about it rather than just what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when it comes to football as well. I mean, Luke, what do you say about the football? Because obviously there's this thing about heading the ball and it making such a massive effect in terms of people getting dementia.
You know what I think about dementia? Because literally, I get your point about the football situation, and it really, really affects a lot of people. Because my nan's mum, like my great nan and all that stuff, she had dementia in 2012, and I know how it feels for people who have dementia, and it's very, very horrible and all that stuff. And it's not nice to see a member of your family, whether your great nan or your nan or anyone in general in your family, has dementia. It's just horrible just to see someone like that, because it affects them and they don't want to be like that. Okay. And literally, it's really, really horrible to see someone have a disease and all that stuff. And it's not nice, and it makes you upset. It makes it also could affect yourself. It actually can in the future, but it's horrible, man. And what I will say is about this dementia a lot. Trust me, I've seen what dementia is like, and I've seen it like in old people's homes and all that stuff. And I had a great nan who died in 2012, and it's not good and all that stuff. And she was obviously 91 years old, and it's not good, mate. And I know how it feels with this liver awareness show. And Stephen, what you said before, obviously asking these questions, is absolutely right. And it's good to obviously have people come on and tell their thoughts about whether with dementia and all that stuff. And even if you get hit, if a ball hits you in the head and all that stuff, that could cause you dementia and all that stuff. And it's sad. It's really, really sad, isn't it?
It is. I mean, just last few comments. To what extent does dementia affect one's social life with
Discrimination, the
people,
whole
acceptance of
topic.
people?
Dementia affects anything.
Hang on. Let me just finish it. Social life with people, acceptance with, or people, or perhaps in terms of discrimination. This is a whole new topic for me. We'll answer that in a minute. Hi John, I hope you're well. Hi mate, I hope you're doing great. What is wrong with YouTube now? What the fuck? Gonna have to remove that then, isn't it? This bloody thing. Tired. Looking. Try looking at channel. Yeah, you can see. I think in terms of social life, it just affects how, like we just explained, like you forget paying bills, and you forget what you did with your mates the other day, or you simply forget to. Yeah, you leave your wallet somewhere, easily forget it, and it's those mistakes like that.
What time you could forget, like what time you need to meet up to go somewhere. Like someone could say, like just meet up at 12 at the train station, for example. And with dementia, you sometimes don't know where you're going, etc. And people with dementia need definitive answers as well, don't they? They need to know where, when, exactly where and exactly when, because otherwise it can just muddle up the brain.
Yeah, I mean, it also, we just mentioned about with dementia, is that like relationships as well, is that if you're struggling to remember these things, I mean, I have encephalopathy, but when I struggle to remember certain stuff and remember specific things, and I get it wrong, or I make silly mistakes, or because of the encephalopathy I have, or struggle to read a situation, I get very, very, very frustrated, and I then lash out, in my behavior, because it affects your behavior as well. It doesn't make you that it turns you into a different person. It doesn't make
Well,
you a
it doesn't help, does
you
it?
were.
It just doesn't help.
No. Just gonna actually look. So I'm gonna actually see if there's a link between the two. Between
It's good. It's good. It's good to talk about.
here we go. Here we go. Actually, oh god, no, don't be true. Oh, don't be true. Please don't be true. Let me have a look at this. I'm just gonna have a look right now. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I just had another look at chronic traumatic encephalopathy. So encephalopathy is what I've sort of got right now. It's a progressive and it's not like to a point that I'm gonna die or anything like that, but I've got like some symptoms of it, and
like a diluted version.
Yeah, like a diluted version. And some of the symptoms I've got is memory and thinking problems, confusion, personality changes, and or erratic behavior, including aggression, depression, maybe even suicidal thinking at times, though that's been very rare. And yeah, those at greatest risk of this are athletes who play contact sports, like your boxers, your football players,
rugby,
and military veterans. Basically, everyone that gets repeated blows to the head, right? But mine's not really like that. Mine's actually medically caused by ammonia running through my brain. And where is the part where it says it's linked? CTE improves approaching nerve cells. It is associated with dementia, so it can help. It's associated, can help cause it as well. So it doesn't. I don't like the sound of that, to be honest. I don't like the sound of that, to be honest. That doesn't make me feel good.
That's why I never read medical stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Mike, have you ever had anyone experience dementia before?
Not. I wouldn't say like very personal, like close, but I know a friend that Nan had dementia. But no, I think still has, but apart from actually, close to me, not, they're close, but I mean, Luca was on about his Nan, I think it was, he said, and some people have had it.
Because
So some people have had it like either directly, as in themselves, close as in like mum, dad, or very close. Very close as in mum or dad, or close as in like family, like nans, aunties, cousins, stuff like that. So I don't know what it's like personally to have someone like in my family have it, because it's never been experienced for me. But from having a friend have someone close to them have it, just doesn't sound nice, and it's not something that I'd ever want to come to experience or anything like that, to be fair. But I know a lot of people that they've probably had it, or have had it, or have relations that have.
Yeah. Everyone, do hit the like button, do hit the subscribe button, do share this, please. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, get it out there now. Everyone needs to know this right now. There's some fucking idiot. Is this it? Are you taking the piss? Honestly. Miss Mel, how are you? Hello everyone. Once watched a movie of Will Smith called Concussion. about how an NFL player had long-term effects of concussions, and NFL getting billions at expenses of players. Is there a difference between it and dementia? The dementia, the sort of dementia that we're talking about, and Alzheimer's we talk about, I don't know what that crackling is. Mike, are you using wireless headphones?
No, I'm not using any headphones.
I don't know why. There just seems to be all that crackling going on.
2 seconds. Let me try to sort it out. 2 seconds.
Yeah, so like I said, when it comes to sports, it's more like the trauma that gets caused by playing contact sports. So like your rugby, your football, it's your boxing, your NFL. NFL is like a very it's more physical than rugby. Like, which is why they wear so much like armor and stuff. It's just this like padding and stuff. It's a lot more physical, and you could, and Alzheimer's obviously is where the brain suffers so much. That sort of dementia is where it's caused so much trauma so many times by getting hit so many times, like kids learning how to head a ball and everything like that, that in the end, over time, that brain fails to recover. It's not like the liver, let's be honest here. It's not like the liver where it can repair itself, which is one of the amazing things about a liver, is that it can repair itself. So it can take some sort of trauma and still repair itself to be in a good, healthy state. But most of your other organs, they can't do that. So if you do that to your brain, it can end up suffering long-term effects from it. And doing such things as heading a football could be a very detrimental to how you then go on and be in later life. So, and like at the end of your career, which is why you're seeing like players like Jeff Hurst and like the World Cup winning squad suffer from Alzheimer's and pass away due to Alzheimer's. And what I think that is just sort of like getting to understand how the cause of it happens. It's more now. What's probably I think's worse is then seeing it happen over time. I mean, I saw my for cancer, for example, my dad passed away from terminal cancer, and we gradually had to sit there, gradually him getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, until he finally passed away. And it's like watching that, but from a mental side. So watching him mentally fade away, and that's something to see that happen to your loved one is just, it's not right. It's wrong. It's just absolutely. It's just, you wonder why the world could be that cruel. You really do. Yeah, Luke. Luke, do you feel that certain the measurement measures that the FA have brought in to say, like with heading the ball and that for kids and that, do you think that's going to make a difference in the future towards Alzheimer's, or do you think more needs to be done?
I genuinely think more needs to be done, in my opinion, because I don't care what anyone thinks. But what I will say is, I just think more of it needs to be done, because at the end of the day, right, if literally with people who suffer dementia, people have got to realise that, okay, because it could affect people's mental health, yeah, with this whole situation. And also, Stephen, it could also affect people like get hit in the head and that, like, it's not fair, isn't it? Like literally, because it's like something which has been taken away, like with all this awareness and all this mental stuff. And yeah, really, like like to put it like, I don't really know how to explain it, but literally it's just like if you like, I don't know, something like that. Literally, you know what I mean? So like like if like literally like I do think they do need to look into it a little bit more, because if people do hit, the ball gets hit in the head, then that's going to affect them. That's going to, like, it's not guaranteeing that it's actually going to make them have dementia, but it's going to make that mental ill and all that stuff. And it's not good. It's not good. And Miss Molina did make a very good quote. Her nan suffered dementia as well. And it's not nice to see people who have dementia, isn't it? It's literally not nice to see people, because how, like, it could actually affect you. I'm not saying it, like, for example, like my nan passed away in 2012 and all that stuff. And like, it hasn't affected me, but you never know, it could affect other people's in the families. Like, it's a horrible disease, literally, and it's not nice to see someone upset, you remember, with your family, and it could affect them in the future. That's why it's not really, really nice to see someone who has that, because it's horrible, isn't it? Because to see, like, your loved one, for example, say, like, a member of your family, right? It's horrible to see someone who passed away, watching someone die. And I've seen someone having mental issues, shouting and all that stuff in old people's home, and it's not nice. It's horrible, because you go to that place and you're never going to see that person again. It's horrible, and it's not nice to have dementia. And trust me, it frightens you. Like, even if like, for example, if you're a child, right, and if you go and see, like, your grandparents, you're going to be frightened, because like you don't know, some people might not understand what dementia is. If you're a child, for instance, people might be thinking, like, what's someone doing and all that stuff, and literally it's horrible. It's not nice to see someone have dementia, isn't it? Like, I'm sure you guys, I'm sure Mike, Stephen, Cardiff fan right here, must know if someone who has dementia. So it's really horrible to see someone who has dementia, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Hang on. Just,
do you think, Stephen? Do you think they should do something about it? Do you think that they should have, like, something, like, to get involved in this?
What, the FA?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. They need to, they've done one study. They need to take it further to see what can be done to make it better in every which way. I'm not sure what they can do, to be honest. But I mean, they've done some measurements, but maybe it's more like you have to wait and see how that plans out. Maybe more studies need to be done on it. Sorry, I just don't. I mean, I'm not an expert, so I couldn't tell you what would be the best solution. All I can say is that they need to do something to help combat it, because otherwise we could end up having lots of players that have had successful careers, but when they get to older age, they sort of fade away and fade away through this horrible disease. So yeah, I mean, what would you suggest? What would you suggest, Luca?
What's this about?
About what could they do to make it better? And what
In my opinion, what I think, like for people, like, to not have dementia, or you're about, like, the FA? Are you on about the FA, Stephen?
Yeah.
What I think they can do is to make it better. I just think they've got to look in, like I just say to you, I just think they've just got to look into it and literally for people, like if the ball gets hit in the head, I just think they've got to look into it, and we know what the FA are like in some circumstances, and people have got to understand that, and they've got to look into people who have dementia, and like it affects them, yeah. And Mike made a really good point at the beginning of the show. Like everybody loves sport, like football, snooker, tennis, or any rugby, golf, whatever you start, whatever sport you like, and that's something which has been taken away from you. Like I know someone who supports MK Dons, for example, and the thing is, I've got a friend, but his dad has got early stages of Alzheimer's, which is similar to dementia, and it's very difficult for them to go to every single game. And this is another thing which kind of affects in football. It's like if you can't go to every single game, like before the pandemic, if someone has like dementia and all that, or get into those early stages, and you've actually forgotten something, like what you touched on, which was a very good point about like a wallet for assistance. Like you might forget your like wallet, you might forget the time, you might forget the date. That really affects people in the future. And deep down on another side of the world of your mind, you're thinking that you're 1 minute, like not to be biased or anything like that, like your brain's not there.
Sorry, look, just go cut him. Ryan, can you just check the private chat for us?
Sorry, I said something.
Please. No. Go on, carry on. Carry on. Go on, Luke.
Can I carry on?
You carry on.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh, I thought I said something offensive about dementia, but no.
No.
Thank God for that. Thank God for that. I thought I said something offensive, but no. Anyway, as I was saying,
no. That's fine. So the good.
That's what I think for that. No, as I was saying, like literally, like I've known like people who have had dementia and all that stuff, and I know someone's dad who lives in Milton Keynes and literally has dementia and all that stuff, and it's sad for them. Like literally, you can have a job and you can get them for like carers allowance for assistance, and you can help them who literally have like, how do I describe it? Like literally just have like help them. Look after them, for example, like look after them, and it's not nice for someone to have dementia. Which is like it's like Stephen, you must know people who have dementia, yeah. So it's not really nice to see someone which has been taken away from them, isn't it? Like some people might have good memories and remember like the past football scores, but like for example, people can like if someone had dementia who was an Arsenal fan, for instance, and might remember Arsenal.
Whoa.
What? What have I said now?
No way, you're kidding.
What have I said?
No, not you. Not you.
Oh, thank God.
My 20-year-old sister with a BA and the portal vein stenosis has had hepatic encephalopathy, and doctors don't allow her to drive. Wow. Is there something they can do? Can they operate on it to?
I don't know what that is,
fix it.
But
no, it's exactly what I've got.
Please get better.
It's exactly what I've got. The link's in the chat, mate. It's pinned up in the chat. If you want to come on and explain your story, I mean, there's no pressure on you, but wow, that would be incredible. Because I thought I'd be on my own with this condition, but yeah, I'd love to hear if they can do something to fix it. Because with me, they can't do anything to fix the problem. Yeah, if you could, if you want to get in touch, you can DM me. My socials are below, but I'll put it in the chat as well. She's on the transport list now. Fucking hell. Jeez. Right. Liver transplant, I'll take it. Do you want to... I mean, the link's in the chat, mate. If you want to come on and quickly explain the story, by all means. I just pray she gets better as soon as possible. Man, that's... Wow. Yeah, and this is the thing as well. As much about this dementia we're talking about, right? If anyone has any stories they want to raise, please, by all means, this is the time to do it. This is the show to do it on. So if you want to come and explain that story, please, by all means, come on and have your say. There's no pressure on you, but from Chicago, I think I heard that a while back. But like I said, look, I'll put the link in the chat again. If you do want to come on, by all means, have your say. Come on and have your say. And we'd love to hear if there's something they can do. And I hope we send our best thoughts and wishes as well, because that ain't easy. So it ain't easy. I know what it's. I know it's like it's not easy. But yeah, you were saying, Luca, amongst all that.
No, what I was saying was earlier. I think I was saying about what was I saying? Oh yeah. No, I was saying about like literally it just affects people in football in general with people who have dementia, Stephen. And I just think it's horrible to see something which is like taken away. And literally, like for example, if someone
it's the way it has to do it as well. It's gradual.
It is, and it's a part of a disability and all that stuff. And it's sad to see someone who has dementia and it's part of a disease. That's why we do these liver awareness shows for Stephen. And Stephen's obviously got like kidney problems and all that stuff. And
liver,
that's the one. Yeah, sorry, my bad. But it's just. It's upsetting just to have someone who like a part of the family which is taken away. Like you wish like you can see that family just like for that one last day when someone passes away, you could see, you could just wish and see what they look like again. But you can't, I'm afraid. And the thing is, it's sad to see someone who has dementia. And yes, I do think they've got to do. Yes, I do think they've got to have a look into it. But will the FA do that though, Stephen? Will they do that?
Depends, though. I think they should do it. They should definitely invest the money to do it. Right? Whether they will do it.
See, this is the thing. They need to do it for charity. Like you do all these charity stuff, which is absolutely amazing, right? And big thanks, Melina, for that. Large yourself. Yeah, thanks for that, Miss Melina. Cheers for that. Thanks for liking my stream. But no, that's why you do these cancer researchers and these charity stuff and all that stuff. And it's really, really, really good. So it gets people come on here and it actually calms people's problems down. If someone knows who has dementia now and is part of their family, that's why it's really, really good, Stephen, to have a show like this on a Tuesday, because it's good. It's a better time for people. And if people do know someone who actually has or has had it before, they can come on here and address it and talk about it and talk their issues. And even if someone has it right now, for assistance, who are really upset and really depressed about it, this is the channel to come on here to calm things down and all that. So, but yeah, really.
Yeah, I mean,
Stephen, what's that? Stephen, you right then? Has anyone said anything silly in the chat?
What?
Oh, I thought someone said something.
No, just one bloody idiot. But he's gone.
I don't know.
Don't worry about him. He's a low life.
Oh.
People make silly comments like that over low lives. Right? Simple as that.
Talk about it.
Alzheimer's. Obviously, I didn't cover the part about Alzheimer's, so we'll cover the part about Alzheimer's because that's the diff. Alzheimer's is a type of dementia that affects memory, thinking, and behavior. Symptoms eventually grow severe enough to infect with daily tasks. It's like the same thing. It's most common cause of dementia, a general term for memory loss and cognitive abilities. Serious enough. Alzheimer's disease accounts 68% of dementia cases. Alzheimer's. Oh, careful. I'm gonna have to put it on mute. Sorry. Alzheimer's is not a normal part of aging. The greatest known risk factor is increasing age, and the majority of people with Alzheimer's are 65 and older. But Alzheimer's is not just a disease for old age. Approximately 200,000 Americans under the age of 65 have younger onset Alzheimer's disease. Wow, I never knew that one. Alzheimer's worsens over time. Alzheimer's is progressive disease where dementia symptoms gradually worsen over a number of years in its early stages. Mine with us is mild, but with late stage Alzheimer's, individuals lose the ability to carry on the conversation and respond to their environment. Alzheimer's is the sixth leading cause of death in the United States. On average, a person with Alzheimer's lives 4 to 8 years after diagnosis, but can live as long as 20 depending on other factors. It has no common cure, but treatments and for symptoms are available and research continues. Although current Alzheimer's treatments cannot stop Alzheimer's from progressing, they can temporarily slow the worsening of dementia problems and improve in quality of life for those with Alzheimer's and their caregivers. Today, there is a worldwide effort underway to better ways to treat the disease, delay its onset, and prevent it from developing. So just show you the 10 warning signs. Show the 10 warning signs. 1, memory loss that disrupts daily life. Right. Challenges in planning and solving problems. Difficulty completing tasks, familiar tasks. And you can see there's the dementia helpline that I put in the chat earlier. Confusion with time or place. Trouble understand visual images and spatial relationships. New problems with speaking words new problems with words in speaking or writing. Misplacing things and losing the ability to retrace steps. Decreased or poor judgment. Withdrawal from work or social activities. And then 10 changes in mood and personality. Some of those traits I have at the minute. Mel, how are you?
Hi, mate. I hope you're well. Hopefully you can hear me all right. In regards to this topic, thanks so much for covering it, as it's something that hits kind of very close to me, as my grandmother suffered from severe dementia. She was actually put in a nursing home because of it, and I guess they call it like a senior home. I don't know if it's the same word in the UK, but she was put in a care home because of severe dementia. She used to live on her own her whole life after my grandpa died. And the part you were saying just now about people forgetting their steps, like they lose things and forgetting to trace back their steps, that's something that we witnessed firsthand. And it's sad to say it, but they often blame like the people are closest to them for taking their things. She blamed like the PSW staff who looked after her for when her things were missing. They weren't missing, but when she couldn't find it, she thought that someone had stolen her things. As you get older, and I guess it happens even at a younger age now, with the way the world is just currently, a lot of younger people are getting, early stages of dementia. And then eventually, as that gets severe, that can become Alzheimer's, which is, you're battling with yourself every day. I'm glad you're covering this topic, as with other complications, you can develop dementia and Alzheimer's, and some people don't realize that. It's not just a standalone issue. You can get it with other complications, and just like what you were saying, some symptoms you do experience yourself. But it's good to open up and have a discussion about these kind of topics.
Yeah, it's like I said myself, you just mentioned so many factors there, and some of them I actually have myself. Is like I have, I forget to, but I forget where I place things. I can struggle just to, some of the simplest things is like withdrawal, work, social activity, what work I'm not doing.
Yeah.
Changes in mood. I have changes in mood as well.
And it's hard because some days you don't know.
I can't drive.
some days you're doing better than other days, right? Like some days you're really like go, but other days it's like, oh wait, I need to take a step back and I need to recollect my thoughts. With you, what I like is even when you have to take those step backs, you still don't give up on, you know, your support system. And the support system is a big thing with people suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's. Having a support system, you know, whether it be friends or family. With my grandmother, the situation was she always only remembered her past. So she only remembered her immediate family, not other relatives. So whenever someone else would go see her, she wouldn't remember their names. But when we would go, she would remember us. Just that's another thing, like having a good support system that you trust and you can swear by. That's something that will, you know, it's not going to get you through it, but it's like you're not alone and it doesn't make you feel secluded, especially in times like this where we're in a pandemic for God knows how long. With you, you know, you're not alone. You have a lot of support on this platform itself, and outside of YouTube, you have a lot of support with your family, your sister, your mom. Bless them. I'll tell you, putting up with you ain't easy. I'm just kidding, mate. I had to throw that one up there.
Yeah. Yeah. You've got to put that one in there, definitely. Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's annoying because especially like when you have the changes in mood as well, is you lash out most of the time when things don't like go your way or things are not working out and everything like that. I mean, sometimes like when I've had encephalopathy, I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, I start arguing at the TV, right, because like the game's not going the way I want it to, or I make a mistake, and I'm arguing with the TV over it. And yeah, I do. And then, like sometimes I feel like my mum bought a rubber gadget so I can fire the TV and not break the TV while I'm at it.
Oh, I know that. The stress relief balls, right? The stress relief balls, I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, it's more like just a sponge. It was a sponge remote. You could just fire the TV.
Oh, wow.
The TV.
Yeah.
So I should do it.
I might need that for Thursday, mate. Yeah, you might need that for Thursday.
Yeah, I was about to say I might need it for Thursday. But it's like I've said. It's just the change in mood is like you hate, because as much as like you have a guy like Mum and Zara, it's like, you know, you're doing it and you don't want to do it, but you end up doing it anyway because it absolutely froze you, and the device decided not to connect Melina anymore. It didn't like that. So but everyone, do smash the like button, do hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, because you
make sure to share the content.
Yeah, you need to make sure to share the content as well. Melina, fine arts. Disconnect. Yeah, disconnect.
I was trying to put my camera on, but it didn't like me after I threw shots at you, eh?
Yeah,
I threw more shots than Arsenal did.
It's more shots than goal than Arsenal did. Yeah. I'm gonna need that on Thursday. Are you gonna watch me? Like, my encephalopathy is gonna come out when we don't win. Rage. That won't be encephalopathy. That'll just me being pissed off.
I'm nervous, I tell you, and I know this is a liver awareness show, but it's so hard not to talk about Arsenal with the current state we're in.
Do you know what? I remember the first interview I did, and we lost 1-0 the week before. We played Chelsea. We beat them 2-0. And the first AFV interview I did was raising about awareness and that. And we were joking, and he joked about the fact that, like, oh, I don't know. It said, like, going into hospital, watching Arsenal, does it? And then he joked about actually watching when Arsenal, he actually more likely want to go out and get drunk.
Yeah.
And I went, yeah, well, I can't do that. Yes, you're lucky in that sense. I can't. But yes, is there anything anyone else wants to add on to? Is there any other causes or ways? I can't believe that. I think I remember them as well. I think they do.
Thanks for joining in the chat, everybody. I just wanted to say, recently Steven reached 1K, so a lot of you guys have been here from the start, and even the new faces who have joined here. Thank you so much for showing your support. Mike, I saw you earlier on the panel, and I did see your FIFA stream earlier. That was really good.
I shared that as well. Yep.
Keep up the great work, everyone in here who has a channel. Luca, you were just here a minute ago. You know, that's how we keep ourselves going, and just, you know, having a platform where you can voice your opinions. And I know Luke said this the day we celebrated your 1K, was this is a very safe platform, and it's inclusive of every race, every gender. We're not like, what's it called? We're not throwing people aside, and that's what I like.
We don't differentiate.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something, you know, that we value here at SFeatleyTV. So I just wanted to throw that out there as a person of color myself.
Absolutely. I can't agree more. And yeah, and then obviously we go chill down for a nice evening. I'm 42 away. It's like it's torturing me every day.
Yeah.
It's literally torturing me. Like, you're a bit closer now. You're a bit closer now. I'm just like, just bloody do it, will you? For God's sake. I just give me the email. Just give me the email, and I'll be happy. Right? You can leave me alone.
I know. Yeah.
It's just like, so if everyone hasn't, go and watch the streams. Go and watch the streams back. We've got loads of liver awareness streams. You can find out loads about liver disease, different types of liver diseases, and that.
I think my favorite
adult ones we can cover.
My favorite discussion you done was the drug addiction and the alcohol one, the alcoholism one. That's something that really stood out to me, because a lot of people around my age, younger generation, are affected by that, and especially now with increasing restrictions and lockdown in certain parts of the world, we're kind of suffering from that. You see a lot more young people resorting to drugs and alcoholism in situations like this, where it's worse come to worse. Thank you so much, John, for your kindness, and everyone in the chat here. That's a really sweet comment.
Cheers for that.
As much as it, you know what? As much as everyone goes on like that, I'll always find it difficult to understand, because it's what anyone else would do in my situation, which is fight for dear life. And
each day is a battle for you. Some people don't understand that.
That's the thing. Everyone might have seen, coming on camera, he's fine, he's not got any problems and all that. You literally don't know what's like the half of it. And some nights, like last night, I get 2 hours sleep, and then some nights I'm asleep all night. Right, and then some nights I'm just not sleeping at all. And the mental and physical trauma has been huge, right? But in the end, I'm still here. So what's the best thing I can do, knowing that there's not much else I can do, which is raise awareness. And this is the best way I could do it. And I can actually thank the media in a sense, because I've tried asking the media, amount of times I've asked the media to run the story and everything. So I thought, the amount of stories they do on their news programs, I thought it surely would get attention. They apart from the local newspaper, local news channel, on news show, they did the Nationals, BBC, who did a 2-part program of King's College Hospital in London. It did the whole first part of the liver side of the hospital, because that's what it stands for. That's our hospital, and the whole the liver center for children, #1 liver center in the world. Right, children all over welcome there. They never even asked them to do any filming there. All they did was film an alcoholic. That's all they did. On the
that doesn't really highlight the real issues.
No, it don't. It just paints me like on a brush, and I was livid. Over that program. But
and what you're doing with your platform, you're giving a voice for everyone affected, not just by liver disease, but
so I said
people affected by family members.
If you don't want to know, it's like I said, if you don't want to know, fine. I'll start my own YouTube channel. Do it that way.
Yeah.
And that's why I started those 3 videos, and then it went off from there. So
I remember a couple of streams ago,
Yeah.
you had showed us pictures from when you were a child having those operations and transplants, and going through 6 transplants yourself. Some people are, you know, knock on wood, some people are still waiting for even just one. So you're very grateful, and you don't take something for granted. And that's one thing I really like about you. I know you hardly hear me complimenting you, so I'm gonna keep it short. But yeah, you're a fighter, mate, and
Wow.
yeah, I'm gonna keep it short, like Arsenal's place
See
in
how much-
in European football.
I'm trying to see how much I can egg this. I'm trying to egg this on. See how much I can get this on.
Nah, I'm just saying that you're a fighter and you really know what you stand for, and then giving people a platform with, you know, whether it be mental illness, Alzheimer's, people who have family members passed away from cancer, liver disease itself, all kinds of sort of topics that are sensitive and some channels don't talk about. It's nice that you're shedding a light on it. Yeah. Bargav has done a lot for this channel. Yeah. And if he watches this on playback, massive respects to him.
Yeah. Also. Okay. There you go. So yeah, I think what we'll do is wrap up there anyway. But obviously, if you haven't watched it, if you've only just tuned in, obviously go watch it on a replay. You can got loads of information there. And if there's anything else, topics you want us to raise, DM me. I might actually ask a friend of mine that I passed away. I might ask their mum if I could run their story live, and maybe ask if she wants to go on camera or something like that. But maybe something like that next week. I don't know. But either way, what we'll do is hang on, talks. Come on, not in the last minute. We're about to wrap this up as usual.
Sorry, no, I couldn't come on because my son's just there at the side of me playing on Xbox.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Go for it, mate.
He's talking to his friends, so. But no, yeah. Great stream. Just wanted to shout out Brethren John as well for being such a great bloke and being such just lovely. On that previous stream, he was. So I was listening to that, and he was really knowledgeable about his F1. I want to shout out. I want to big up Melina. I can't big up Melina enough. I just can't. And Bargav. And I think what we built up here on this community and this channel. Sorry, what you've built up, Stephen, I should say. Forgive me for saying that. Is quite special. Well, yeah, okay. We've had our. And everybody, Luca. Luca is. I love listening to Luca because he's great. He's a great lad. I really like Luca. He's got a great channel. Go check it out. And everybody else who just gets involved, even new or old. Mike Green, Cardiff City fan. If you're listening, the Cardiff City fan, I'm sure Stephen's explained to you what the situation is currently on that.
Yeah. There's nothing personal, mate. It's just we got to be very careful.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets permission, if we get permission, like an audible permission at the start when you come on from a parent that says that they're with you in the same room, or you're streaming on this channel, then that should be fine as long as that is heard and they say they're there. But we just have to be very careful because obviously you're only, I don't know how old you are, 10.
Yeah, either way, you're still very young.
But what I will say is he's a great lad and he knows stuff when it comes to football. So
he definitely put up a good argument earlier.
Yeah. But yeah, so just wanted to shout out everyone, big everybody up actually. Like everybody knows who I'm talking about. From like there's too many to mention. King Saeed.
I'll say it's a ledge. I love Saeed to death.
Yeah, there's lots.
This is so many.
As well who support you. Yeah, no, it's a great community. I'm so proud and pleased to be part of it, mate. Even if you do come to me at 2:30 in the morning and say emergency thumbnail. Just to say thank you all for your sister. All right, yeah, that was a great stream. That actually.
Hey, she had a
Remember
Kasai
that
what?
now?
Whoa. So she had a Kasai what? 20 months?
Oh,
Is that
wow.
20 months then? Oh, no, she would have Kasai. She would have biliatresia then. She would have biliatresia, same as me. And now she's got the same stenosis as I have. At least they can sort out with a transplant, and hopefully they can. Right? They should do. They've got some of the best doctors in the world. So, but yeah. So I'm sure they'll sort it. It's surprising actually you got a Kasai in America. So very surprised by that. They usually do it. You should go straight to transplant. It's funny that. But yeah, I wish all the best. So, and I hope actually the situation clears up so they can do it, because they can't do it in a minute. I know someone who's having to wait for a kidney transplant in a minute and he can't do it because of COVID.
It's also, yeah, those surgeries are delayed here too because of COVID.
She lived 20 years on Kasai only. Yeah, well, she's she's done 20 years on a Kasai only. Wow.
Wow.
They usually only don't last. They don't usually last until I had a transplant, which is 14 months, and I had mine at 6 weeks. So it don't usually last. So that's quite rare.
Also, I want to say before we finish, I've been thinking a lot about India over the last few weeks. What's going on in India at the moment?
It's bad.
Heartbreaking, mate. It really is terrible. Very, very terrible. And
in England, we're getting back to normal, though.
No, it's slow. It might be. There's signs that it might be slowing down slightly.
We might be, but not getting my hopes up.
No, but Luca, the situation there is diabolical.
It's very bad. People are dying on the streets.
But what about in England then?
No, England's yeah. No, England's
like a million miles away from what India are suffering.
Yeah.
It's really bad, and I just wanted to sort of pull that out there because people need to whether you can do anything about it or not is not the question here.
This is the thing.
You are aware of it. You have to be aware of it, and
this is why people can't go to India, because if people go to India, it will spread again.
Well, yeah, but that's not. No, I know what you're saying, Luca, but that's not what we're talking about. We're just making people aware of what's going on there.
Yeah, it's just make sure aware, make sure they.
Yeah.
Yeah, my heart goes out to them because they're low on oxygen cylinders, oxygen tanks. They don't have enough beds in the ICU. It's heartbreaking. Children passing away. Children losing their mothers in front of their eyes. That's not stuff anybody wants to go through, right? And international countries like Canada have been sending foreign medical aid there. Hope for the best, but this pandemic is getting out of hand, and I think it's got out of hand a long time ago.
Let's hope England does get back to normal. Let's hope no more lockdowns and all that stuff, Miss Molina.
Yeah, I really hope so. That should be a topic we should discuss on a different show.
Maybe.
How lockdown has affected people's mental health.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'll go contact you on the post to see if we can do one for India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I wonder if we could do a charity stream to try.
Nitish, sorry to interrupt. Nitish was trying to do that, but there's a lot of websites like GoFundMe and Just Giving. They're not compatible in India. They don't work. He's struggling to find.
He's trying to get that sorted via TV.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard to find a credible one in India.
We can raise awareness though.
Is there not? Hold on. Wait. There must be a government place we can contact here that can provide with a safe and reliable way of sending any donations. There will be. Of course, there will be. You're telling me the English government have not got some kind of setup that they can get it to the government and to the people where it's needed? Of course they can. You just got to ask in the right places, don't you? Simple as that.
Yeah, probably.
If you ask in the right places, you will get the right answers.
For sure, yeah.
So maybe that's something we should look at, Mel.
Maybe we should look at it. And if we look at it, we can send it to him and say, tell AFTV that. Because if we can sort out AFTV will do a lot better job than.
Of course. Yeah, well, yeah, but they will. But also, it's also a case of just because at the end of the day, don't forget, you've got to give people you're giving people a voice here to talk about sport. You want to give people a voice to talk about this as well, because there may be people who have relatives there who are suffering.
Yeah, I know. I've got a.
Do you know what I mean? So
the person, I know the football who does my cannula has got relatives there.
Yeah. So you know,
I think Chris Paul's got relatives there.
Yeah, of course he has. Yeah, of course he has. So yeah, no, that's something we'll talk about off stream shortly, and we'll keep everybody posted.
Yeah, it was all that off stream. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for joining the stream, everybody in the chat, as well as everyone on the panel.
Yeah. Thanks for everyone that's tuned in as usual. Do smash the like on the video, please. Right, come on, you can up that to 20 before we go. Come on, up that to 20 before we go. Do that now, all right? Because more likes, the more it gets shared out, and more awareness it raises. So please do that now, and do hit the subscribe button if you are new. We are on our way to 1.5k, and sooner or later we will try and get some more big guests on in the future. But until then, we'll be back at 7:45 for. We will be back at 7:45 for PSG versus Manchester City in the Champions League semi-final.
Should be a good game.
It should be.
Yeah.
Everyone, stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Take care.